Hello and welcome to my channel. Now, what I'm doing here is talking about books. But in this instance, we're going to talk about Stonehenge, everybody's well-known favorite circle of stones. However, this time we're going to talk about nothing mystical. We're going to talk about logistics, hardness of the stone. How do you figure these things out? And all the latest information via laser studies. Good old laser studies. Where would we be without them? Pretty much where we were at the start, as far as I can tell. But yes. And yes, there are no wonderful models you can stick upon your shelf and be proud of displaying. They're all uglier than sin. In any case, this is a book written by Michael, Pitts. No, that is his real name. In any case, yes, we're going to talk about where in the landscape it is, how that landscape slopes, how that influences how you see it based upon your approach, what the actual stones are, where the stones came from, how they got them from A to B, and how they put them together. Because you can't take 40 tons of rock and just shoop, have it stick itself down in this nice hole you had prepared for it. We'll also talk about repairs done, renovations done. Yeah. And we'll also talk about people with their little hammers going tink, tink, tink to cut off a souvenir. Be much more appropriate for you to run over to where these sarsens come from and tink, tink, tink there. Or in the case of bluestones, go to visit Wales with your little tink-tink hammer. Okay? Leave the monument itself alone. You can look at it, but that's about it. But the book. It's a bit technical in parts. He gets a little emotional in parts. He gets silly in parts. But there's plenty of pictures. He's trying to get you to understand technical details as well. What persons were working on it when. And yes, they do mention Woodhenge, which is just up the river from Stonehenge. If you've ever watched Time Team, they'll tell you all about how this whole complex worked and what the point was. But then we're also going to talk about how long it took to make the thing. First, you have to get the stones, how many people you need, what methods to use. Do you canoe it? Do you paddle? Do you float? Do you whatever? Because we're talking like some 200 kilometers here. I mean, that means nothing in the old language of miles. But still, carrying 40 tons with you and 99 other of your favorite hefty fellas over hill and dale and out the valley. Yeah, that's a party. And that's exactly what they did with it. And he shows around the world how other people who are still doing such things actually get it done. With a lot of parties. It seemed like a good idea at the time, I guess. But this is a book that's mainly technical. It's a lot of fun to read. And you're there going, guys. You imagine the train there, the guys pulling these things with ropes and whatnot on a sled. And Yeah, dogs running around, barking at them, children laughing. Rest breaks. Oh, and then hanging on for dear life as they try to prevent the stone from taking them down the hill with it. Yeah, pretty fun. So, it's recommended for those who are somewhat more technical minded about Stonehenge. But I enjoyed reading it. It's available everywhere nowadays, now that it's finally come out. And, yes, it's very British. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps. Fatten up those bookshelves of yours. And please do come again.